Yeah, so hi guys, back again. I was in the kitchen. I found my Makusta. It's on my Gyoto. Needed a little sharpening, and it was a good opportunity to check out some of the stones I've been talking about that I wanted to do a video on for the last few videos. And I wanted to start looking a little bit at the Suehiro stones. I haven't done a proper video on those in a while, and one of my favorite series that they put out is the Debado series, which are quite large stones, quite bulky stones, and they come with these. I'll see if I have one here. These rather large rubber mats. I don't tend to use them though. I have one in 180 grit, the Debado Ld-21. It's well, as you can see, it's a large stone. I have the 1000 grit, the Ld-101, which also is a rather large stone, and the Ld-601. 4000 grit. It's got the same surface area, but it's a little bit thinner. And yeah, they are splash and go stones, so I tend to pick them up quite a bit and use them, especially the 180 grit stone, which I guess is one of my most used coarse stones these days. Especially when I do larger bevels, I like to have a large surface area to work on, and it's also quite hard, so that also helps. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that there in my new sink, my new pot that I made the other day with the kids. I really like it. It turned out great. Doesn't have to look all that, but down in here I have a plastic bucket, and I have my Nagara fixing stone, dressing stone, call it what you want, for cleaning, and that is a soaking stone, so I just keep it down in here while I work. As for the table, I've tried to trying to fix it just a little bit so it wouldn't wobble as much as it did in the last video. And yeah, so my knife, it looks alright. It's got a few nicks in it. I'll see if I can. I'll do my little tool here, and you can hear it. There's some small nicks in there, but it cuts all right though. It's well, tears. That's why we are here. So I like to. I guess I could have gotten away with starting on the 1000 grit, but for speed, I tend to I like to go on the coarser stone first. I don't worry too much about the lifespan on this particular knife, so I'm not bothered with removing a few tenths of a gram or so more in steel. This knife won't be used up because of that. So I'm just splashing a little bit of water on it. That should be enough. The 180 grit one tend to just draw in a few drops before you go, but it's not negligible. Trying to find the angle, and let's see how the camera likes it. So if this is a 180 grit stone, which is quite coarse. But I like the speed of them, the coarser stones, that is, and I tend to like to start on a coarser stone than what I think I need, at least on my own knives. It's 2 passes on that side. We're not getting a burr yet, so I'm probably working at a bit lower angle than what I did last time. We'll see how it turns out. We are getting a burr now. The steel on this knife is VG10, so it's a quite common steel. It's easy to maintain and it's not that hard to sharpen. So we hopefully won't be at this for too long. So starting to see a foil on the edge. You see the shine. Which means we are getting there. I just prop the table up against the wall, so while I'm working this way it's alright, but if I start going that way, the table starts shaking again. So I gotta find a permanent solution for that, but we'll see. So it feels better. I've been working this side a little bit more. The tip is getting there. The bevel on this side is a little bit shorter, so we'll work this side a little bit more. Go a couple of more passes. Did a lot. So the tip is quite nice. It is where I want it, and it feels like I'm getting a burr almost all the way now. So there, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Like so, perhaps. Let's do the other side now. Just one pass. Got a good burr. And now I'll do some full-length strokes just to even out and make sure that I don't work one section more than the other as of this moment. That's good. And there we go. So at this point I am happy with coarse stone. So it has done its job. We'll clean it real fast. Kind of feels like it's going to need a flattening. soon. I'll just leave it down there for a little bit as we go on to the 1000 grit. So what I like about Suehiro is the speed of their stones. At least you're probably familiar with the Rika and the Oka and the Shiramine, which is quite popular soaking stones. They are fast, and this one is it's up there, but it's not as fast. But it has a really nice feedback to it. And you can see by the metal that it leaves behind, and it still feels quite nice. So as we did most of the job on the 180, we are now just looking to remove the scratches basically from that stone while keeping the edge intact. So I'll do a few passes on each side just to see if the if we achieve what we want. So get a good burr on that side now, and the bevel is looking nice. Let's go for the other side. So this stone is it's rather hard, so I feel quite confident while I work on it. A softer stone, I would be a little bit more nervous with gouging the stone. So that's a trade-off. I like to work on soft stone, but when you have a decent hard stone with good feedback, you can just go to town and just, you know, I'm almost applying as much pressure edge leading at this point as I am edge trailing. That's how confident I am in this stone. So I think I'm ready to do a few of these on this side, and let's see. Yeah, that's about right. And we got a good burr on this side as well. So I'm just going to ease up the pressure just a little bit. And try to minimize the burr as much as possible while still being on point. So around there. So I just want to wipe off the abrasive and the swarf. Clean the stone before I go on to the final stone. Cleaning stone does a great job. It doesn't look like it, but once I rinse them off, you can see they are as good as new. So time for the last step, and that'll be the Ld-601 4000 grit, which is about as high as I want to go on a stainless steel knife. At least my own. You can kind of see it almost looks like it's as fast as the 1000 grit. You can see there's a lot of metal being deposited on the stone, but we don't have as much swarf in the water on the stone at the moment, so it's a lot finer. But this is also quite a hard stone. And when you're polishing, or it can be nice to have some sort of confidence that the blade won't catch the stone. We don't want to ruin the job we've done. And yeah, I actually think that's going to cut it. I just love the sound of the stone. It's just so uniform and yeah. So there, let's see what this did. See if there's any difference. Straight off the stone. It's a lot better than it was. But yeah. They're pushing on the heel and the mid. Tip is quite alright as well. A little bit of tearing at the point here. So there's just a little bit of a burr there, which we can quickly resolve with our trusted strop. Just a couple of pulls. Paying a little bit more attention to the tip. And let's see now. I'm just gonna wipe it off again. If there is any difference. Yeah. That's a lot better. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. At this point, gotta clean the stones. Not too worried about doing it right away with the stainless steel, but it's a good habit to have, especially when you get some carbon steel in the mix, because you don't want that on your stones. And yeah, so that's the Suehiro Debado series, and especially the lower grit one. I'm very happy with. I use it all the time. Usually in conjunction with some Naniwa or Mori even. Suicide is also a decent stone. Well, Suicide is I'm sorry, the brand, but they have a stone for stainless steel. They are also good stones for this particular knife. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, as for Suehiro, I love their speed. Usually I put them somewhere in the middle of, Naniwa and Sharpening in general. I know it's wrong to generalize, but that's what I do. For my next video, I've been thinking a bit. I have these, the LD, well, the Debado series, and it would be fun to pit them up against the Rika, the Oka, and the Shiramine, which are quite well, famous stones, and have a look at why grit isn't always the one and only answer to everything. In especially if you compare the Rika, which is a 5,000 grit stone, to the Suehiro Ld-21, 601, which is a 4,000 grit stone. You will see two very, very different stones with comparable grits. But that's for another video. I think I'm going to stop it there for this one. We are approaching the 20-minute mark, and I think that's enough. So if you stuck by for the entire video, I appreciate it, and it won't be that long until you'll see another one. So have a good day, guys.